Hello. Okay, I like a bit of honesty on this channel, so I owe you an apology. Sorry. Occasionally, just occasionally, on this channel, I give you something if I can, or I tell you about something if I can, about something that's going to save you some money or some time or whatever. That's what I do just occasionally, but I do have a look at it myself and see if it's worthy, see if it's going to change my life in any way, and if it is it going to be beneficial to you? If it's not, I wouldn't bother. But anyway, recently-ish, you'll remember, hopefully, lookaftermybills.com. What it is, there was two youngish blokes. They went on to a program called Dragon's Den. I think the Dragons have a pile of money. I'm not sure how it works. So anyway, all the Dragons wanted in on this concept. The concept was called lookaftermybills.com. How it works, or how it should work, is you contact them, you sign up, they then contact your current supplier of your gas or your electric or both, depends on what you want. They close that contract with them. They pay any fees owed, like, you know, get out fees like 30 quid or whatever, so they pay that. You don't have to pay it and you don't owe them back, that's just paid. And then they guarantee you cheap electric or cheap gas or whatever. So I had a look at it and it seemed really good and I signed up for it. But prior to signing up for it, it said a couple of things that I really liked. And it said that we won't pester you about smart meters, because I will never have a smart meter. Alright, so we will not pester you about smart meters. And we guarantee that you'll be on the lowest tariff and it won't suddenly go up like a load of other companies. So I signed up, all working well. I've been on for about a month with this particular company. My bill's gone up. Got an email this morning saying that your bill's gone up. Last week, I can't remember the day, last week, I got a phone call about my smart meter, the installation of my smart meter. When am I available? And I said, never. They said, what do you mean? And I said, I'm never having a smart meter. Never. And said, oh, okay, sorry to have bothered you. And I said, put it on my file. Make sure it's on my file. I do not, and I won't, have a smart meter. Okay, not interested. Don't want one. Never will have one. And she said, okay, I'll put it on your file. About, I can't remember, I think it was last Thursday, it doesn't matter the bloody day, does it? So about 5 or 6 days after, another phone call. Hello, we've got an engineer in the area and he'd like to fit your smart meter. What time would you be available today, please? And I said, there should be a note on my file, I will never have a smart meter. She said, oh, can I ask why not? I said, it don't matter why not. I said, the fact is I don't want one, I'm not having one. She said, oh, okay, sorry to have bothered you. I was a bit fed up with them. So this morning, wake up, check my emails and get an email from them to say your bill is going to go up. It's only like £2 a month, something like that, but whatever, it's going up. That's from April. And I've only been with them for a month. So I went onto a website. Now this is what I can offer you. So sorry, if anybody signed up with them and you're pissed off with me or whatever, sorry, but you know, I do try my best. So I went on a website and I think it's called Money Saving, either Market or Money Saving Supermarket, something like that. I'm not sure what it's called. There's a guy called Martin Lewis, I believe, that runs it. And apparently he's on telly, but I don't know what. So I went on there and had a look and it said cheaper utility buttons, prices, click here, click like that. You have to register with them, with the Money Supermarket or whatever it's called, which takes, it was 30 seconds. It's literally, it's your name, your email address, your phone number, that's it, you know, a few seconds. And it said, congratulations, you've signed up. And then it said, if you know your current usage, which I do, because I've only just flipped over. I was on British Gas. I flipped over from them to this new company. And now I'm going to flip to a company called Bulb, B-U-L-B. So I plugged all my details in there. Now, the last company were fantastic in the fact that British Gas wanted something like, I think it was 77 quid a month. Ridiculous. So I got it down to 55, which was very good. This new company, on the usage that I'm currently using, and this is winter, and bearing in mind I have my heating on 24/7. I never, it's just on. That's it. It's just a lovely, warm, nice temperature in here. That's 7 days a week. I don't turn it off. So, bearing in mind all of that, and it was 55, I got it from 77 down to 55. It's now 42 a month. It's ridiculous, isn't it? So my advice is get rid of the big six. I've always said that. You must get rid of that big six, the British Gas and Eons and all those lot. Get rid of them, go for a cheaper company. Now you can dial it in yourself or plug it in yourself. Bulb, B-U-L-B. I think it's Bulb Energy, something like that. But you'll find it if you Google B-U-L-B, Bulb. There's another one called OVO, I believe, and that's also, it's as cheap as mine. I'm trying to think the other one, there was 3. And then they went up anyway, so they went from £42 a month, which is what I'll be paying, to £44 a month, and one was £49 a month, which is still fairly good, I suppose. What I particularly like about Bulb and why I went to Bulb is they're a London company, so if there's a problem, then you deal with sort of people from this area, you know, ish. But what I particularly liked was they've got one tariff only. There is no going up, no going down, no moving you over to this tariff and that tariff and saying, oh, if you've got 5 kids living with you, then we can do this. Or are you on your own? We can do that. It's a load of old rubbish. They've got one tariff, and the tariff they've got is cheaper than just about anybody else out there. B-U-L-B, Bulb. Sorry if I gave some information that you thought, you know, look after my bills, in theory, is a good thing. It don't work, does it? Clearly, which is why they've pestered me twice about the bloody smart meters. And now they want to put my money up. Did they put the money up because I said, no, I ain't having a bloody smart meter? What did it take me for? Who knows? Right, okay, I've got to whiz down the doctors. I've got a couple of blood tests booked. It's 2:39. Oh, that's all right. I've got a little bit of time. I'm having a quick Slurpee and a quick fag, so cheers. Now, I'm fully in favour of changing everything, changing your bank, changing your, definitely changing your car insurance every year, changing utility bills, phone contracts, things like that. I'm fully in favour of doing all that. And if you do it, you'll be amazed at how much you can save. And you do save an absolute fortune, really. When you think that, I mean, don't quote me, but I think my yearly electric with British Gas was like 900 quid. And then it's gone down now to 490, something like that. And it's not to be sniffed at, is it really? You know, if you're going to save a penny, that's a penny. But if you're going to save hundreds of pounds, you know, it's certainly worth doing. How long does it take? It's 30 seconds, like I said. You know, and it's foolish not to do it. It's all out there. It's all out there on the internet for us. Now you're probably in my belly going, because I've eaten nothing today. I'm having a takeaway tonight. The days I have a takeaway, which I normally have one a week, sometimes I have 2 a week, but I'm trying just to have 1 a week, which is on a Tuesday evening, if you want to know that. On a Tuesday, I don't eat all day long. I never have a breakfast, and I don't snack at all during the day or during the evening. So I only have 1 meal, and that's my evening meal. So like yesterday, what did I have yesterday? I had something at dinner time, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I had a banana, I know that, and maybe who knows. But I have something most days, something little. But when I have a takeaway, I don't eat, which is all well and good, but then I realise I've got to sit in the doctor's surgery with my belly going, but whatever, I'm not eating. I won't, not even a biscuit. People say, oh, just have one little thing. No, I'm not going to have anything because, like I say, I'm going to have a big takeaway, so that'd be nice. Looking forward to it as well. Now, I woke up feeling so good this morning, so good, that we got washed and dressed and we went out. I met a couple of friends from the village and we walked our dogs. They didn't go as far as me. A lady that I go out with sometimes is disabled and she didn't walk too far. So she said, that's enough for me, Brian, I've got to go back. I said, all right, come on, and we're going to go. My watch went beep, beep, beep. I've got this on the slowest settings, which is 3,000 steps. I know it's not a lot, but to all you out there who go galloping around, prancing around in your bloody lycra shorts, doing hundreds of miles a day, it's not for me. I'm just trying to redo this. I'm just out of the shower, and this is, I put it on, that's too loose, I want it a bit tighter than that. So I did 3,000 steps in quite a short time, I suppose, really. And by the time we were back, we were bloody knackered. Yeah, big slurpee and a fag after, so that's really good for your health. There we go, that's a bit better. No, I had a funny dream. I was going to tell you, I had a funny dream last night, but a dream about reality, a dream about something that did happen. So I'll have to make a phone call either tonight or tomorrow to my nephew that was involved in the dream. Having said that, it's his mum's birthday tonight, so I might leave it tonight because he might be chatting on the phone, who knows. I'll probably phone him tomorrow night. Don't really phone my family a lot. I don't hear from my family, so I don't really bother with them. But, you know, occasionally I do. I think I listen to dreams though, and if there's something about a dream, then I'll phone the person and say, are you okay? You know, stuff like that. So I will phone my nephew and say, are you okay? Now, this silly little dream, but it was real. You know, sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. It doesn't happen very often, but sometimes it's just absolutely perfect that you're there. Cutting a long story short, there was a shop in Didcot in Oxfordshire, and it was owned by this bloke, a nasty bloke, and there was, I thought initially there was just rumours and what have you, but he was nasty to the kids. He used to shout at them one at a time, you know, and stuff like that. I suppose school kids nick, so fair enough, but one at a time. And then he would shortchange these kids, and I'd heard that for a couple of years. Mums and dads had said, you know, he bloody shortchanged my kid, I had to go down there and stuff like that, you know. Anyway, it never happened to me or to my family or whatever, you know. But yeah, how things just happen. I literally this one day I thought I'm going to go uptown and get some milk and bits and bobs. I could have gone at any time, but I just left at this particular time. At the same time, my nephew, and he was 8, he left from his house, which meant we got to the shop just about the same time. I was maybe a minute later, half a minute later. And bless him, he came out of the shop and he looked down, looked in his hand at this little bit of change and looked at the other thing. The other thing was a packet of Polo Mints. Bless him. And he looked so sad. You know, confused but sad. And I said, hello, and he looked up and he smiled and he said, look, something's wrong. And he showed me. And I said, how much did you have? And he said, £1. Anyway, that bloke had charged him 70 pence for a packet of Polo Mints. I think they were 15 pence, 20 pence, probably 15 pence, and he charged him 70. So I see red at times, you know, and you have to excuse my language, but whatever. I get so angry over things like that, and I literally kicked the door in. I went in there and I said, where's his fucking change? Like that. Do you know where the change was? In his hand. And he said he left too quick. He said it was in my hand. I said, what, you gave him 30 pence and then waited to give him the rest? You know, and I said, you're nothing but a, well, you can imagine what I called him. And I came out and I said to my little nephew, 8-year-old, just tiny little boy, I said, never ever go to that shop again. He's a nasty man. you know, you can go to other shops, and if you want me to walk you, because I mean it's a bit of a walk, I said, then I will, you know, anytime. You only got to ring me and I'll walk up to your house, then we can walk to the bigger shops, all the rest of it, but we never ever go in that shop again, okay? And he said, yeah, he's nasty. He said, why did he do it? That's awful, isn't it? And I said, I don't know. I said, all we've got to do is forget it. You've got your polo mints, you've got your money, what you can do with the rest of your money and what you're doing now. And I ended up walking him home, and I said to his mum, he was a bit upset outside the shop and this happened, and, you know, stayed and had a little game and stuff like that, and it was all over and done with. But oddly, I dreamt about that last night, and I don't know why. No idea why. I haven't got a packet of polo mints. I haven't bought a packet of polo mints for many years. But I get the feeling that my nephew would like to hear from me, would like to speak to me. I get that quite strongly. So yeah, I might either tonight or tomorrow I'll phone him. And it's odd though, isn't it? You know, you get these dreams are silly and what have you, and fantastical and magical and nonsensical most of the time, but occasionally I get something and I've got a draw, a pull. I must go somewhere, I must phone somebody, I must check up on somebody. And I don't get it very often, but when I get it I'm normally right, so I think he needs to speak to me. We'll see. Okay, yeah, gonna go shortly-ish. I've got another book, thank you very much. I got another book to post today, so that's really good. It's the third one this week. Oddly, they've come in at different times, but I've managed, because of different things I'm doing in this particular week, I've managed to sort of post them relatively quickly, which is good. This one wasn't going to be posted until Monday. Well, we're now Tuesday. Yeah, it wouldn't be posted now until Monday. But because I've got this doctor's appointment, they're very good. They just keep an eye on me, check my bloods and check my blood pressure and say, how are you? I say, all right, can I go now? I've got a big Chinese waiting at home. Yeah, so that's meant that I can whiz to the post office, which ain't too far away. So thank you very much. Can't remember who it's to, but whatever. Thank you. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoy it. So, to summarise, change. I mean, it seems like a little hassle, but do change, particularly something like your car. Your car insurance should always be changed every single year. What happens with your car insurance? Normally, they write to you and they say your car insurance is now going to be this much this year. And that's only a figure. It's just like a working figure. So don't lose heart over that, because a lot of people think that's disgusting. It's gone up £200. You phone your insurance company and say, well, what's this? You know, I wasn't paying this last year. And they say, well, hang on, let's see what I can do for you. And you find that they can often offer you car insurance at the same price as they did the previous year. So that's worth doing if you want to stay with the same company. But if not, there's so many different companies out there. And there's also these search things like Go Compare, something about Market, I don't know. Anyway, whatever, it's all out there, it's all online, dead easy to use, dead simple. But you can also compare your broadband deals online. You can compare your electric and your gas and other utilities, mobile phones, all the rest of it. And it's certainly worth just spending. I mean, if you spent an hour a year, 1 hour, if you thought, okay, next Wednesday between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm going to spend that 1 hour, you could change your credit cards and your phone, and it goes on and on and on, and you can end up £1,000 a year better off by spending that 1 hour, and it's well worth doing, I think. It's beautiful today. Not particularly nice day, but it's beautiful. we woke up to no winds. I made a video the other day saying that there's going to be no winds, and there is none. There was this morning when we were out, I'm just looking at the tops of the trees. This morning when we were out, it was a gentle breeze. That was always bloody cold, but a gentle breeze. And that was great, which meant we could stay out longer. It was nice and dry, played BALL for quite a long time. It was really good. And apparently we got the same weather now every single day this week, apart from we got a bit of a blip on Saturday. There's about 9 hours of 40 to 50 mile an hour winds, so it's not extreme, but it's just a nuisance. But that's your Saturday, and that's all the waking hours as well. It's from sort of 9 in the morning to about 8 at night, something like that. And then Sunday looks to be the same as this, and so does that the entire following week at the moment, but we'll see what happens. I like it when it's a bit calm. I don't like the wind, unsettles me, unnerves me. So today, it's Tuesday today, 2:53, and I'm doing next to bugger all today because I can't be bothered. I've got no work, I've got no art really to do. I mean, I've got a background that I've done, but I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing anything. Oh, I should have brought it in. I got something through the post today. Never mind, that's for another video. I've ordered... Oh no, I'll show you in another video, and I think you'll like them maybe or not, whatever the case may be. But anyway, this particular thing I bought, I tried it in the lounge, that's where it's going, in the lounge. I tried it in a couple of little spots where I knew it might be happiest, and I found what I think is a great place for it, perfect place. They might move, and they might not, but we'll see. Because I've ordered 2, one similar to this one that I've got now. I wonder what it may be. Well, time reveals all, doesn't it, in the end? Okay, don't forget then, my book is on my eBay if anybody else wants it. There it is. I got one to post today, as I said, so thank you very much. And don't forget, there will be an art sale coming up in March, so... God, yeah, we're nearly in March, aren't we? What, we're a week away from March. Oh, well, there you go. The time goes on. I better think about my year video as well, because I want to do a year video, a year of living here, and what this has brought me, which is loads of stuff, really. Even better health. I feel really, really good, so that's great. Okay, thanks for listening. I'm going to finish my Slurpee and finish your Slurpee, get ready and go and have some blood taken. Just before I go, one of the reasons why I'm having a Chinese tonight, a takeaway tonight, obviously I'm a pig, that's why. Number 2 is because I'm lazy. But do you know one of the main reasons? You'd never be able to guess, really. This is a very odd thing, and I don't know if it's to do with my my depression or not, really. I mean, it's a very strange thing. I've got dysthymia. I keep saying that, don't I, in bloody videos? But people say, what? Dysthymia is a low level. I nearly said meditation. Can you imagine that? It's a low-level depression, and it's there all the time, since I was about 20, 21. Never ever left me, it's always there. And occasionally what happens is I get a depression on top of that, so I really drop like a stone. But when I have, this is an odd thing about me, God, I'm rambling. I should call this the Ramblings of Bry, this channel. When they take blood out of me, I feel miserable. Does anybody else feel that? They take blood out of me, and for only about 40 minutes, something like that, I feel quite down, quite miserable. And I noticed it in my last bungalow. I had to go to hospital for a couple of things, and they took some blood, and I was driving back And I looked up in the mirror, a lorry squeaked or something behind me, and I looked up in the mirror and I just caught my miserable bloody face. And I thought, my God, I feel miserable. You know, very strange. And the last time they took blood from me, I was driving back and I just thought, I feel absolutely miserable. I looked up in the mirror and I looked miserable as well. So that's how I feel. It's very strange, isn't it? But it doesn't last long, 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. But I feel very, very down when they take blood. Why is that? That's an odd thing, isn't it? Or is it psychosomatic? Am I building that up in myself? Am I a bit nervous about it, or worried about it, or fed up of it? You know, because I've had a lot of blood taken, and I'm building something that's not in it, if that makes sense. Why is that? It's very strange, but it doesn't last long. I don't normally do anything, so I've got this post office to do. I'll do that before, so I'll get on the post office, then to my doctor's. She can be the vampire. Then I will drive home a bit fed up, and by the time I get in, and I give Bodie a little cuddle and pop the kettle on and stuff like that, it kind of leaves me, and I can feel it, literally feel it leaving me. Anybody else, or is it just me? It's probably just me. Take care, and I'll be back soon, I expect. Ta-da. Be well. And what did I buy? I wonder. We'll see soon. Ta-da.